But tomorrow's gonna be tricky, or not. Really, no way to tell. Oh snap! What up, PMC? I didn't think you were gonna be up yet, because I did want it around 1 or 2. My time. I usually do these, which be like what 3 or 4, like 4 or 5 in the morning. So I figured you'd be kata or whatevs, getting ready to seize the day. Hmm. How you doing? Let me make sure the volume's up on this thing. Ah, there it is. So you all good? Mm. Ah, you're in meditation mode. Very nice. Where am I? Uh, Outside, under the sky, in the West Coast. It's 2:42 in the morning. I used to like that beat. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Ah, couldn't sleep, so I thought I'd go pick up a soda. And I have a habit of talking to myself a lot. So at least this way, this keeps it in check. Uh, uh, yeah. I mean, I should be asleep. I mean, it feels nice out here, and I got to take advantage of it. It's gonna be hot again next week, but it's always hot out here. Oh, where I am. I don't know. Sometimes I freestyle when I walk. A lot of the times it's better when I'm sitting down because I don't have all of the sensory overload. Because then it's just me. Because I'll try to keep the beat in my head, but the sound of my own footsteps kind of throws me. I like walking. I also hate driving. That's why I'm walking. Besides, it's not far. I'm inside of a neighborhood. Every now and then I see something weird. I don't put it on camera though. I don't like putting people on camera. Although, kind of sucks because I thought 7-Elevens were open all night. Boy, was I fooled. Who am I? I'm not the devil. I'm just some guy on some weird ass level. I walk among the weird of earth. Don't even know what the heck it's worth. But half the time I don't make mistakes. I just think out loud and I have my takes. Half the time I just press record and I walk on here. No content for anyone knowing they want that knowledge. I don't have that here. I'm just crazy carnage. I like it all crazy because I'm always deaf and I don't give a fuck about where I am. I am just some weirdo guy that walks around in the dark of night. Nice little blanket upon my back as I walk around and I make my tracks. I don't know. I'm just out. Easy. Yeah, you know what? I haven't seen him. He gets up early, like he usually has to drive somebody somewhere, kicks it with his kid. I left a nice quote from the shadow and he, knew what I was talking about. So that was cool. Yes. Do I need to sleep? Probably. Will I sleep when the sun comes up? I go to sleep at sunrise because I predominantly work at night. I'm more nocturnal. Plus, during the day, it's people out. Lots of people and noise. At least here, I just have the normal sounds of the evening. But I shouldn't be walking. I've been walking all day. Walked to work, walked all through work, walked after work, and then I chilled out for a sec. My dog started barking like crazy, wanting her treats. I'm like, all right, all right. Then I realized I needed a soda. And I'm about to try to embark on some weird journey tomorrow. That one's gonna be stressful. So it's probably like my last peaceful recording. You have a girlfriend as an adult too. The term girlfriend is just a term for a significant other. Nope, never a day walker. You know, I stupidly made myself a TikTok. Maybe I put a random thought on why I didn't like Blade Trinity, even though I don't normally like to hate on stuff. Uh, uh, I gotta. I'm at the store, so you know the drill. I always turn off my camera and my microphone. Give me a sec. I'll be right back. There we go. I got my sugar, got my soda. Yeah, great cast, but I'm not going to go through all of the issues. I'll just point out one. I'm not even going to put it on here. But everybody talked about Wesley Snipes as the problem on that set. And I'm like, yeah, because you tried to phase him out of his own movie. Tried to keep the focus on Jessica Biel and Hannibal King. Was that his name? Whatever Ryan Reynolds' name was in that movie. And that was just weird because you have a title called Blade. Yeah, I guess it has some quotables. I mean, I actually enjoyed the portrayal of Dracula on there, honestly. A lot of people didn't, but I thought he was cool. I like when he was like, no one knows about living or dying by the sword. But yeah, I'd be mad too if they're basically trying to phase Blade out of Blade. It really didn't have much for him to do. They also made him kind of dumb, which is weird. Oh yeah, that's why they kept asking me that. Hold on, I forgot. Random wall. There we go. There. People asking me why I'm walking. I'm like, because I walk places. But I also didn't want to be a joke because it's a genuine question. I don't mind answering questions. I'm chilling, Moose. I'm just wandering the streets in the middle of the night. Can't be gone too long because that pooch will go crazy. Waking up everybody in the house. And if they wake up the baby, I got to take care of the baby when I come in because that'll be my penance. I'm doing good, Moose. How are you? I just had a sugar attack, so I had to go grab, well, not a sugar attack. I just had to go grab some confection and soda pop, which is confection. So, yeah. Yeah, the thirst always wins. Well, that was true, but, you know, I just don't like that, people don't give Blade the respect it deserves because without Blade, they didn't know they can make they didn't know they can make money off comic book movies. People like to point to Spawn, but Spawn didn't do well at the box office, and people didn't like it. But it's probably because they shouldn't have made it PG-13. Spawn's not PG-13, especially when you had the animated series on HBO, which was a hard R. I mean, I watched that as a kid, going, "What the hell am I looking at?" But it was good though. Ah, yes, Code Red Mountain Dew. Yeah, I've been messing. I mess with those. I like the Baja Blast Mountain Dew myself, but lately I haven't been messing with it too much. Yeah, Blade had the first two Blades were great. The first one is the best to me. Part two was cool. Guillermo del Toro put his twist on there. He even had all the people from City of Lost Children in it. Wait, no, he didn't. He only had a couple of people from City of Lost Children. Most of the I was thinking of that Alien Resurrection movie, which had most of the cast of City of Lost Children in it. But I was waiting to see the third actor play Blade, Marshall Ali. Was that his name? Marshall? I don't know how to say it. He's a good actor though. I just don't see him as Blade. But I really can't say anything because how you doing, Bad Conduct? Oh, the best movie soundtrack? That's impossible. You know why? Because movie soundtracks rocked all the way. Like movie soundtracks were always good until like what? mid two thousand, not the mid 2000s. Yeah, it'd be around there. Because I know The Matrix was like one of the last soundtracks I remember going to go actually look up, which was a good soundtrack. But Crow City of Angels, not the first Crow movie. That was a great movie, but for some reason the sequel had a better soundtrack to me. I'm chilling. Bad Conduct. Yeah, BMC, you're forgetting that somebody else played Blade. Sticky Fingers from Onyx. Sticky Fingers was Blade on the TV series that was on Spike. I think they did. I want to say they had 2 seasons, but they might have only had one. I wasn't looking too hard at it because I couldn't take Sticky Fingers seriously as Blade. I'm sorry. Yeah, of course I mentioned that. I always mention stuff like that because, unlike most people, I try to remember that kind of stuff. Like, you know, that Dolph Lundgren was the first Punisher. And I liked that movie with Lou Gossett Jr. Was it a great movie? No. Did I like it? Yeah, I did. The only thing I couldn't get over was why was the Punisher butt naked in the sewers between his hits? I'm sitting up here like, I don't recall Frank Castle sitting in the sewers butt naked. He sat in he was in the sewers, yeah, but not butt naked. But whatever. Just like before Samuel L. Jackson became Nick Fury, there was David Hasselhoff. You've asked me this before to curate a soundtrack for an anime. Hmm. It can't be new because I'm more of an old head when it comes to anime. So I think that I'd like to curate a soundtrack for Ronin Warriors, but that's tricky because most anime don't have full on soundtracks to curate, like curated soundtracks. Like only the movies do. Like the DBZ movies would have like 2 or 3 songs curated. Or who can forget the Street Fighter 2 animated movie, which was excellent. Frank Grillo. I'd have to look him up. Hold on a sec. Oh, this dude. Well, he is already in the comic book world, isn't he? How you doing, Susanna? But yeah, Frank Grillo. But yeah, who else? Like, cause you remember that, like Spawn had a good soundtrack, like a really good soundtrack. That was when they were mixing like the metal groups with the techno artists. That's where you heard "Long Hard Road Out of Hell" by Marilyn Manson and the Sneaker Pimps. So it is doable. That's why curating the soundtrack, I really couldn't. Plus, I wouldn't know which mood I was going for. Like with Black Lagoon, which I love that anime. I curate the soundtrack for that just because the songs that they wanted to use, they couldn't because it would be a nightmare to get those songs cleared. But that's because they were trying to go for, like, Black Lagoon's supposed to be set more in the 90s, so there was a lot of like 80s rock music, like Revy, when she puts her headphones on, supposed to be listening to like Megadeth and stuff. And Black Lagoon is another anime. I'm still mad they that they stopped making anime of that, even though they have plenty of issues that they could go through. Yeah, they could. They wouldn't, but they could. Like the reason I like the TMNT movie, Mutant Mayhem, the one you don't like, I like that Trent Reznor curated the soundtrack to that. And it was cool to see Trent Reznor's musical tastes. That's why he had ODB in there and MOP, true New York rap. Like he didn't have any Nine Inch Nails in there, which people would have thought he did, but no. X Bro VR, not off a name, but it's probably been a minute. How long has it been since we chopped it up? Oh, Random Thoughts on Dark Man. Dark Man is so awesome. Liam Neeson did such an excellent job. People forget that Sam Raimi classic, especially the cameo appearance from the mighty Bruce Campbell. Let me see something. Mhm. Yeah, we were chopping it up. Man, I chop it up a lot on here. Some people come back. Some people I never see again. Some people I'd be surprised come back. I do try to remember everybody. It's harder to remember like in the chats, unless they like I see it frequently. And Bruce Campbell, yeah, he was awesome in Burn Notice. But he's Bruce Campbell. I remember me and my homies had a Bruce Campbell night. We watched They Called Me Bruce, Bubba Hotep, and The Man with the Screaming Brain. Because I had just picked up the Evil Dead Regeneration video game, which is still my favorite Evil Dead game. Hail to the King was cool. A Fistful of Boomstick was cool. And I never played this one that they tried to make like Dead by Daylight, but I liked Regeneration. Well, Burn Notice itself was one of those cool shows on USA because USA, people forget, used to actually have cool shows. The USA Network. Heck, I still remember watching Cartoon Express. Yep, spies, bunch of bitchy little girls. Or his demands. Yes, we fulfilled them all, including yes, one beer. Yeah, I thought that show was cool. It's one of those shows that they could have spun off too, like with Sam and what's that other guy's name? One played by Kobe. He was also Kobe. What was his name? I don't want to say Kobe Smolders. It was something, but I'd seen him around for a bit. He was on a show called Basketball Wives. I only know that because my mom used to watch that. Yeah, uh, I like how it ended too. I wish I could have caught more of it. Well, not more of it, but I would have seen it more than just one episode at a time because we would just tape them. I was watching that, and I was watching Leverage, which apparently didn't get canceled. They canceled it on TNT, but it got brought back on Freevee. Then Amazon picked it up. My only problem is that Artisan's not on there as much. Instead, they got like somebody playing his sister, and they fired the guy that played Nate because I guess he violated the morality clause, which I didn't even know there was one. Timothy Hutton got accused of something. I don't know if they ever cleared that up, but they basically got rid of Nate's character. In which case, personally, I feel like you need all of them. Like you need the core cast. I liked Leverage because I could actually watch that with my family. It wasn't too like as over the top as it was. It wasn't too adult. It wasn't too childish. Like it was right. It was just right. I didn't like Numbers. I didn't get to watch it though. I only saw like a piece of it. Funny story about Numbers. Well, it's not really funny. It's kind of stale. But my like the person I used to sing with on stage, my homeboy, he actually got pulled for a focus group to they did a focus group to decide if this pilot was going to be something. He didn't like it at all, but enough people enjoyed it, so that's how that happened. Bones. I didn't watch Bones, but I watched The Finder, which I was mad they canceled after one season. I thought The Finder was good. I didn't watch Bones though. I was aware of it. I just didn't watch it. Hold on a second. Let's see. Got my ginger ale. Ah, there it is. I'm like, I paid for that damn candy bar. How you doing, Anna Capsulis? How are you? I am. My roommate used to love Impractical Jokers. Choir Boy Dank was on an episode. He's from a underground horrorcore trap rap group. They're not together no more because one of them signed the Psychopathic Records and kind of didn't involve him. But I don't want to sit up here throwing out stories. It wasn't my cup of tea though. I don't like prank shows. Don't prank me. I will swing on you. Saying welcome to White Castle. Yeah. I know I can see it. Especially where I used to live at. White Castle and Waffle House, where it goes down. Never saw Boiling Points. But yeah, I am not into prank shows. Like even Trigger Happy TV, which was more like not a prank show, but it was. Oh no, I never saw it. I stopped watching EV. Oh, no, I didn't like Punked at all. Dave Chappelle had a great point with that one. He was like, "How come every time Ashton Kutcher punks a black celebrity, he always uses police?" That ain't even why I like. That ain't even why I didn't like Punked. I just didn't like Punked. Like I said, I'm not into pranks or being pranked. Yeah, people miss the point of that too. The whole dress thing. It wasn't wearing a dress that was the issue. It's that every time you look up, they want you to wear one. Where it's like, if you already did it before, why would you have to do it again? He already did it before, so why would he have to do it again? I think that was the point he was trying to make. But naturally, people take one part of it, take the whole thing. They don't get the context of it or think a little bit. And then all of a sudden, you get a bunch of videos where they showed him in Robert Hood Men in Tights and a sketch thing that he did years ago before, when he was barely starting out. And all of a sudden, they go, the internet's undefeated. But he never said that he wouldn't wear a dress. He just didn't see why he'd have to do it again. And Celebrity Deathmatch, that was my show. I loved Celebrity Deathmatch. And they used to have some great fights on there. Yeah, more fight requests. I wish Celebrity Deathmatch would have stayed on. They could have kept it going. But also imagine claymation is so hard. But MTV had a habit of canceling all kinds of good cartoons. Like the Max was good, the Head was good. Most of Liquid Television, which was where you get pilots for shows. Shatner versus Ford. Yeah, that'd be funny. I would have liked to seen Sidney Poitier versus James Earl Jones. And then they started making stuff like the Friday cartoon. I'm like, what? And it was this other show that they had. Um, it was about these. It was basically like a reaction video show. With two dudes. It was like a pilot show. It was like a pirate show. But it was two dudes that would watch videos. One dude was named Kuraz. I can't remember the name of it. It wasn't great though. Like the animation was real clunkery. Necro versus Vinny Paz. Not Necro versus Cage. And have Vinny Paz versus already the Rugged Man. Because why not? Yeah, Necro has beef with Cage as well. Or not really. I mean, from what I see. Yeah, you've been watching those Necro interviews? It seems to have beef with everybody. But I'm not sure. Once again, I don't know all of that. It's just once again people clipping what they like, so they probably just bring that in there and nothing else goes down. Uh, What am I looking at? Sorry, I'm watching something. This is why I don't do reaction videos. Half this stuff on here is like, why did they send me this? And I'm just waiting for the next issue of Berserk to drop. Oh, I see a time. Well, you go there and you go do that. And you have a great one. Blessings. Hey, bad conduct. Funny story. I found the damn record button on the OBS after I got off the phone with you. That's why I hit you back up and I wrote that message. Going, I'm such a because I found it. It was right there, sitting right next to the live, like a moron that I am. Yeah, take care. The only thing I'm gonna do is probably either play Marvel Rivals or Daisy. I'm stuck. I'm terrible at Daisy. I'm not good at Marvel Rivals either. Or I might get some sleep and just wait till the daytime. I don't know. I ain't quite established it yet. Yeah, but I found the record button. Oh, so that's how people be recording. Okay. Recording while they're live. They do that on Twitch. They record on Twitch. Well, they stream live on Twitch and then they record the part of the video that they want to put on YouTube. You off to sleep, so well, please, by all means, get some rest, bro. Yeah, I think I played terribly at Marvel. So, get some rest. As for the rest of y'all, remember, I ain't no content creator. I'm just some dude who talks too much. So much love and peace out.